Hi guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. In this video, this is going to be, I guess, a second video about creating flow and balance in your home. But it's about my journey for the most part and to help you on yours. For those who know me or have been within my home, know that my environment isn't just my own environment. Of course, we have our own family, but this is a 2-generation home. I have my in-laws who live here. So I am limited to what can be done here. This is not my home that I have brought them into. I have been brought here as a result of my auto accident years ago, where, we assumed that we would be able to move out one day and I would be healthy enough to go back to work and blah, 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 blah. Now the roles have been reversed where by the time that I was healthy enough, I began to have to take care of my mother-in-law, especially who has Alzheimer's, and so that is my role here. And so this is most of the stuff that is in this home, of course, is theirs because this is their own home. And there is a lot of clutter here. And I used to do my best when I was, like I mentioned in the other video, where I was more immobile or lacked mobility, where I was actually doing more because I was trying to overcompensate that way, like I said in my other video, for what I was lacking internally. And here's the thing that I'm trying to voice, is that only you know what your home is. Only you know your situation. And it's no one's business what is going on and why your home is organized or disorganized, whatever it is. But the thing that I'm trying to teach you is that even if, like, my home is, and I'm using my upstairs basically, my upstairs is disorganized and my downstairs is filthy in the terms of what I have been brought up to believe is filth, okay? There's dust everywhere, a bunch of knickknacks that are everywhere that have not been mine. And things have gotten out of hand. Yes, they have gotten out of hand everywhere. But, and I used to hate that, how everything was unorganized, too much junk and clutter and dusty and dirty. That is your mindset, okay? When you take away what your mind is thinking and what your heart begins to feel, you're eliminating tons of pain. And you don't see that type of stuff within your own home any longer. And that's what you need to focus on. If it bothers you to see your home in a wreck, dirty, and you are always cleaning, is your heart telling you to clean this house because you see something within yourself that is amiss, that you're avoiding? That seems to be the reason why people over-clean their home. They think, well, here, I can have more control over my environment by over-cleaning. And they're avoiding their emotions that are taking place inside of them. And then there are people who just don't do anything at all in their own environment because they are in avoidance or in denial about what is taking place within them as well. Both things are about being in denial about what's taking place. If you are overcompensating with cleanliness, then you are in denial about your emotions inside. If you are cleaning up too much, I think I just said that. If you are obsessed about it, you are still avoiding your emotions. If you are avoiding your home, you're avoiding your emotions as well. Everything that happens outside of us is within us. The chaos that's outside of us shows us what's, and that's why I'm saying your heart will tell you what your environment shows. So, like I'm saying, that my home has a lot of stuff. It's small, and I'm limited to what I can do, and things get piled up. It doesn't really bother me much anymore. I have come to terms with life in itself. Yes, there's more that I can do, and I am attempting to fix, especially my upstairs where I am usually at. I'm trying to create more of a flow and a peaceful ambiance within this area. But I don't see it as, being unorganized or dirty in a negative aspect anymore, like I used to. And it used to really infuriate me. That's, I guess, how you know where you are in your journey and what needs to be done. If it really upsets you to have a mess or clutter, then that means there's something else that's going on inside of your heart. I have done lots of work internally. Maybe I have done it the exact opposite of what needs to be done. I have always done things the hard way in my life. So it makes sense for myself. But usually if you clean up your environment, there's another, it's a trigger effect, a domino effect of what will take place after that. Okay, I have this under control. Then that means I can have this under control. That this flow here can move now into this area. But like I said, I have worked in the exact opposite. Although I have always had a clean home, an organized home, even prior to moving in with my husband, getting married. But I failed to do so after my auto accident for a time frame, and then I did too much because I was at an emotional imbalance. So I tried to do more and more and more within my home, and I ended up hurting myself physically because of that emotional imbalance that I was feeling inside. I ended up creating that, again, lack of flow and balance. I didn't understand what was taking place internally. And that's why everything that takes place really is taking place to help trigger something within us. And it's important to see and understand what it means, and what it means for your own life. So, there's always time for improvement in whatever it is that you're doing. And every improvement that you take will move in other areas. The more that you can see outside sources as a way to better yourself, the better your life will always be. So I just kind of wanted to share that. Not that I actually worry about what people think about my environment. That is not who I am any longer. But I wanted to share it because I want you to understand your own situation a little more. that just because I made that other video about being obsessed with cleanliness or the lack thereof, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are in alignment or in complete balance with your life. It just means that you need to focus on what your heart is telling you. Always focus on your heart. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says or thinks about your situation or your home. Again, for like myself, for the people who come into my home is probably going to think, wow, she does nothing here, or just the minimum, or wow, she talks a good talk about her life being so good, yet I walk into her home and it's not the cleanest. Well, you know, nobody knows your own journey. That's why judgment, criticism, and all that kind of stuff is so important to, you know, not have, because you don't know what someone else is going through. Like, a lot of you don't know, I took care of my mother-in-law with Alzheimer's, and this has been, you know, I keep saying that my journey, my spiritual growth has been hard, but this is a part of my journey that has been really difficult. Dealing with somebody who first you think doesn't like you, when all along it's been a health issue and had nothing to do with you. So, and then dealing with everything that goes along with this, incontinence and everything like that, is memory loss. It's very difficult. I struggle with it still. So it's always a learning process, and every day I have a chance to be better at this. And so do you. So you can't really always think about what people are going to think about you. When you think about what other people are going to think, you're going to end up not doing the things that you need to be doing in your life, because you're more focused on, again, an outside source instead of what is going on within you. So I hope it all makes sense. I just wanted to share that you need to, you know, again, I know where I am in my journey. I know the progress that I have made, and I know how strong my heart is. And just because my home might not be as organized as what you may feel it should be, doesn't mean that my life is in a wreck, that what I'm saying is false. It's just knowing your own heart, knowing your own truth, and knowing what needs to be done, and continuously focusing on your own journey. What I speak about is just things that I have learned by my own growth process, and I still have a whole lot more to do. You always learn, you always grow every single day. And now that I have a complete, well, again, I still have more to let go of and more healing. Things will always resurface in the future. It just won't bother me as much in the future like it has in the past. So now that I have focused a lot internally, I'm more aware, again, of my environment. Yet I have always been aware of my environment. I have just avoided it. That's the thing, is that we avoid the things in our environment. And when we avoid that too, it, again, is that domino effect of where else are we going to avoid things at. So you might be good at really cleaning your home, but terrible at cleaning out your heart. I might be very good at cleaning out my heart, but terrible at my home. You see, there's always something, and it's always about creating a natural flow and a balance. And That just means whatever is balanced for your own life, not someone else's views on it. I hope it all makes sense. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today. More love, health, and healing your way. This is Christy. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.